back, sports gamers. It's The Natural, and I'm back with creative director of Madden NFL 17, Dickson. We're here playing Madden all week to give you guys the most tips, breakdowns, and everything we can. We love the game. We're here. Rex gave us a few moments to talk about the game and a lot of new features. I mean, how hard was it to make the jump from Madden 16 to 17? There's so much realistic, real football knowledge stuff in this game. How hard was that to make that transition and really make that solid base of real NFL football to Madden?
The decision about what to go after wasn't hard at all. We've known we wanted to get to gaps and zones and special teams for quite some time. Now the implementation's a little bit of a different story. One of the things we did is we converted a big piece of technology and blocking to allow for zone blocking and gap play. So that was a big undertaking. Took us quite a while to get it back up and running where we wanted. Really what took the most time was getting it all to gel and feel right and balance it. As you know from last year, when even one small feature like the aggressive catch becomes slightly unbalanced, it becomes the whole narrative about the whole year. So we want to avoid that this year.
I think we have to bleep that one out, that aggressive, but that's the curse word for a lot of people.
That's okay. I'll own my own mistakes when I make them, and I think the way that was tuned was a little bit too offensive, and you saw the impact it had. So this year, a lot more focus on making sure that everything is balanced and one thing isn't overtuned or too powerful, because as we all know, that can kill your whole year.
Yeah, awesome. So what's your favorite or one feature you want to sell home to people that's awesome that they have to experience or that's a main selling point for Madden 17?
I think for me it's the new commentary team. For years commentary has been internally what we call a Metacritic detractor, meaning people perceive it in a negative way. And this year I think we've gone and made some giant leaps forward with Brandon and Charles having much more time in the studio. As a result, the game feels like it's telling you all new stories that you've never heard before. There's more depth, there's more football analysis. It's easily my favorite feature this year.
Awesome. What about some people are upset that some of the old features that were in the game in the past that were taken out or they were never put back in next gen? How can you speak to that and some of those features that aren't included in this year's game, or will they come back later?
Yeah, so it's really on a case-by-case basis. If we're talking about something like formation subs, which used to be in the game, the ability to get to that is actually not that difficult for us, so we're going to try and patch it in. Based on community response and everyone saying, wow, we really feel like this is missing from your 17 plan. So we will try to get that out of continuous release patch at some point. Okay. Take something else like team play, for example. Team play is something that's much bigger than something you can patch. And the reason why is you need to build depth. You need to build a lobby system. You need to make sure that there's not desync problems. The biggest thing for me is you need to build out wide receiver DB mechanics, because for me, that experience right now would be great for a quarterback, but maybe not as great for other positions. So we need to make sure that the people who you're playing with in a team play environment have enough depth that they're enjoying the experience as well. So that's the kind of thing where I have to push it off as long as it takes to make sure that all the pieces are in place for us to deliver a AAA version of that mode.
One of the most asked things is DB wide receiver assignment, the ability to take your best defensive back and put them on the team's best wide receiver. That's something you look at adding into Madden?
Absolutely, and we've actually tried to add it in the past, and it just caused so many problems with our defensive alignment system that we couldn't just shove it in. So what we got to do is go back, fix up the alignment system, make sure it's on a stable foundation. We've done some of that work this year, and when we're ready, we'll put best on best in as part of that.
All right, awesome. I love you. Excited about that. That's one of the most requests. You know, best on best team play. We've already spoken on that. What about as far as the network and network code? Sometimes people have problems with disconnecting. Has anything been done to improve network capability and code in Madden?
Yeah, we touched on it briefly in the competitive players blog, but we've basically written a new online architecture this year. The primary things it does is twofold. One, we think it's going to eliminate to a large degree IP booting. Okay. That won't happen anymore. Wow. The other thing it does is if your opponent has lag, you will not see that lag. Okay. You will only experience the game at your connection speed. He will be the only one who experiences lag.
So you actually enable the architecture, you built it out, or improve won't allow for lag. You won't experience lag on both sides.
That's correct. You do not suffer from your opponent's connection speed. Your connection is going to be whatever your internet connection is, and no matter who you're playing, you're not going to suffer a negative experience based on their connection speed. That and IP booting are the two main things that it solves.
I mean, you did touch upon it in the blog, like you said, but I mean, that's a major deal that, like, I mean, that's huge.
Yeah. We just don't like to talk about it because it's the kind of thing that we don't think should be in the game in the first place. So it's really important to us to make sure that we give you guys an experience where everyone can kind of benefit from those changes we made.
Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn those notifications on so you don't miss any of our Madden 17 content as we release things daily. This is The Natural. I'm out. Zone coverages have rules for each player's assignments and use real NFL techniques in executing them. Each player knows his coverage and understands how it relates to the entire coverage being called. So he has the ability to make progression reads and match patterns of the offense. The new zone coverage logic, there are now 10 different zone coverage assignments that can be used in various combinations of coverage, up from only 3 in Madden 16. The play art will actually show you what each zone assignment is on that particular play. Let's go over these new zone assignments really quick. The cloud flat. The cloud flat zone assignment primarily used in